Chapter 69 of the Quran is named Al-Haaqqa, which means the inevitable or the reality. This surah consists of 52 verses and focuses on the certainty and reality of the Day of Judgment. It vividly describes the events of the Day of Judgment, the fate of different communities, and the final outcomes for the righteous and the wicked. Here are some key messages from Surah Al-Haaqqa. First is the certainty of the Day of Judgment. The surah begins by emphasizing the inevitability of the Day of Judgment, referring to it as the inevitable and the reality. It asks rhetorical questions to highlight the certainty and seriousness of this day, urging people to reflect on its significance. The surah makes it clear that the Day of Judgment is an undeniable truth that everyone will face. Second is destruction of past nations. Al-Haaqqa recounts the destruction of previous nations who denied the truth, such as the people of Thamud, Ad, Pharaoh, and the overthrown cities. These examples serve as warnings to the present generation, illustrating the consequences of rejecting Allah's messengers and disobeying His commands. The surah emphasizes that the destruction of these nations was due to their arrogance, disbelief, and persistent wrongdoing. Third is descriptions of the Day of Judgment. The surah provides vivid and dramatic descriptions of the events of the Day of Judgment, including the shattering of the earth, the splitting of the sky, and the upheaval of mountains. It depicts the chaotic and overwhelming nature of that day, when all beings will be resurrected and gathered for judgment. The surah emphasizes that no one will be able to escape or deny the reality of this day. Fourth is fate of the righteous and the wicked. Al-Haaqqa describes the contrasting fates of the righteous and the wicked on the Day of Judgment. The righteous, who receive their record in their right hand, will rejoice and be rewarded with eternal bliss in paradise. The wicked, who receive their record in their left hand, will despair and face severe punishment in hell for their disbelief and sinful actions. Fifth is importance of the Quran. The surah reaffirms the divine origin of the Quran, emphasizing that it is a revelation from the Lord of the worlds. It challenges those who doubt the authenticity of the Quran to produce anything comparable, highlighting the miraculous nature of the revelation. The surah warns against rejecting the Quran and its teachings, stressing that it contains guidance and truth for those who reflect. Overall, Surah Al-Haaqqa emphasizes the certainty and reality of the Day of Judgment, providing vivid descriptions of the events and outcomes of that day. It highlights the destruction of past nations as a warning to those who deny the truth, and it contrasts the fates of the righteous and the wicked. The surah reaffirms the divine origin of the Quran and defends the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, against false claims. It calls on people to reflect on the significance of the Day of Judgment and to adhere to the guidance of the Quran. Thanks for watching and share to spread the message of Quran.